Thing is, I need all my bottles. Just for Hates.
Wait, you see him too?
Well, I ain't entirely seen one. But they bite, and they clump up around places of old pain. You know, some folks say that if you scoop up those clumps, put them in a bottle and put that bottle in a bottle tree, you could cure the pain.
Welcome to Paper City Films, where we play games and explore the stories behind them. This is South of Midnight, The Untold Creatures, where we dive deep into myths, monsters, and memories that shape this haunting world. Each tale is not just a story of fear, but a window into the folklore and traditions that inspired it. The creatures Hazel encounters are echoes of legends passed through generations, whispered in the dark corners of swamps and forests. In this episode, we begin with Benji, a boy whose life became intertwined with the spirit of the trees, whose story reflects cautionary tales of the children in the forest into betrayal. Deep in the swamp, legends are not just merely stories. They live in the mist, breathe in the trees, and echo in the water. The tale of Benji originates from folklore, where children with unique sensitivities are both blessed and cursed, able to see the world differently, yet vulnerable to its dangers. In South of Midnight, this legend manifests in Benji, a boy who becomes more than human, whose pain etches itself in the forest forever. Benji was unlike other children. He noticed details others ignored, felt emotions more deeply, and saw spirits hidden to the ordinary eye. Folk tales often describe such children as gifted or cursed, sometimes revered, sometimes feared. Despite this, Benji's only source of comfort was his older brother, Rhubarb.
Benji and his brother's troubles began when they were forced to move again. Their ma thought it best for Benji, who was bullied badly for being in his own world. But Rhubarb would not forgive him for uprooting their life.
Their bond, though strong at first, becomes strained as the weight of care and societal shame grew unbearable.
The bear trap was meant for Benji. There weren't no bears around here. To Rhubarb, it was proof that things was going to get a lot worse, just like last time. There was no escaping it.
Benji's innocence made him trusting, and he relied on Rhubarb completely. Rhubarb's love for his brother was overshadowed by resentment. Folktales tell of caregivers whose frustration turns to cruelty, often triggering transformations or haunting fates. One fateful day, he led Benji to a hollow tree under the guise of play. Trusting and innocent, Benji entered unaware that his brother would nail the opening shut. Trapped, he called out for help, but the betrayal was complete. The tree, a silent witness to this cruelty, would soon become both refuge and prison for Benji's spirit.
Now Benji's love was as true as his heart. Rhubarb was tired of tending to his needs instead of showcasing what he could do. By this point, Rhubarb felt he had moved enough. When Rhubarb said go inside the hollow tree for a game, Benji did it. Even when he was nailing the hollow shut, Benji trusted him. There must have been a moment when Rhubarb decided to leave him there. And a moment when Benji, trapped inside that tree, finally understood. He must have cried to the heavens. Somehow the tree took pity, and somehow Benji become the tree. But he'd never forget that the brother he had loved had done this to him.
Wow. What kind of magic is that?
And what kind of man would kill his own brother?
In folklore, when innocence is betrayed, nature itself can intervene. The tree took pity on Benji, absorbing his spirit. Pain, sorrow, and longing transformed into roots and branches, giving him form beyond flesh. He became a living monument of grief, a cautionary figure, a guardian of the swamp. Hazel's encounter with this transformed spirit represents the confrontation of past wrongs, both personal and mythical. As Hazel approaches, the scene is not a battle, it is communion. Folktales often depict the hero's test as moral and spiritual, not just physical. She must climb, struggle, and empathize with Benji's suffering. The cries of the boy, the twisted bark, and the haunted ballad all convey lessons of understanding, compassion, and the cost of betrayal. Hazel's role is to release, not punish, a test repeated in countless myths across cultures. What makes Benji stand out isn't just his story, it's his song. Every time he appears, you hear that haunting tune that almost feels like it belongs to him alone. Benji's music is built like a southern ballad, part lullaby, part warning. In folk traditions, music often carries stories. Songs are used to pass down legends of children lost in the woods, spirits of the forest, and the dangers of betrayal. Benji's song captured that same feeling, sweet but unsettling. It reminds us that he's more than just a character. He's a story made flesh, and his melody is an echo of the folklore that inspired him. It's almost like the trees themselves are singing through him, a memory that refuses to fade. So when Hazel encounters him, it isn't just about survival. It's about hearing the echoes of history through his music and realizing that these creatures are living myths.
He was my brother, Benji his name. He saw things different, he was my shame. And I said goodbye, I said farewell. I took my hammer, my ticket to hell.
Excuse me. Benji?
The locals got angry, left traps out for him. Threw rocks, started shouting, his prospects were grim. Easy to blame Benji, my mother's favorite son. For her and my family, my plan had begun. Let's play together, you go and I.
By freeing Benji's spirit, Hazel restores balance. The forest witness to both cruelty and compassion now holds peace. Each creature in South of Midnight is born from folklore, tales where betrayal, innocence, and nature intertwine. Benji's story is just a reminder that every legend is more than a monster. It is a reflection of human sorrow, love, and the scars left behind. His transformation into the tree may have been tragic, but through Hazel's intervention, the cycle of suffering is broken and his spirit finally rests.
You'll let him go now, won't you?
This is only the beginning. The first creature sets the stage for what's to come. an entire world of spirits, monsters, and legends waiting to be uncovered. In the next episode, we'll explore another figure straight from Southern folklore, one that has haunted storytellers for generations. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the creatures of South of Midnight, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and share which creatures you would like for me to cover next, because the South stories never die. They just wait for someone else to tell them. I'll see you guys in the next one.